Alright, so welcome back into another Dragon Ball Super Card Game video, and today we have a battle, and that's going to be between me and my teammate Robert, Legend of Drosty. It's going to be between yellow GT Goku out of set 14, and as well as kind of a draft of the set 14 Majin Buu, the green leader. Both decks are actually very interesting. I think all of the set 14 leaders are really well designed, honestly. And they all seem very fun, which is why we wanted to go ahead and give it a try. Yellow GT Goku is really good. Overall, I think he has a lot of good tools for himself, and as well as the ability to pivot from the mono yellow stuff, from like Power of the Super Saiyan and all the Faded and all this other stuff that comes with it in set 14, and as well as the good yellow cards. But then it also has the way to pivot to blue yellow, which this version is not. It's just the mono yellow version. I will be doing a bit of a breakdown of the deck that I'm playing today. And if you have any questions, put it in the comments below. But before we start, please go ahead and subscribe. I'm putting some numbers in front of my face. I don't know which numbers these are, but it tells you that if you're subscribed right now, or if you're not subscribed, but you're watching, but you're not subscribed, you're insane. But please go ahead and subscribe. I'm giving away a set 14 box at 5,500 subs if I have 5,500 subs by the end of August 31st. Let's get into the gameplay. All right, let's get right into it. So I went ahead and mulliganed away the 2 GT Gokus, the 4 drops, and as well as a super combo. Obviously, you don't need that many. You really only need to open one. You don't need the super combo just yet. I think one of the things I would change in this deck now is as soon as you awaken, you don't really have a way to take that 1 life unless they attack. So maybe including like a 1-drop battle card would be a little good, or a little bit better too. We have an extra 4-drop Goku. We do have the 3-drop Vegeta, which is nice because it's searchable. And we also open up 2 unisons, which is nice too. I went ahead and charged one of the unisons and went ahead and just so I can see the top 3 and then see what I draw into. I think this top 3 is not too bad. Untap is terrible looking at the top 3, but getting the 1-drop to search for next turn, or to basically put the 4-drop on top, or just use the 0 cost extra card, a Trip to Hell or Trip from Hell. Either one is going to be pretty good, but I most likely will go ahead and use Trip to Hell and then play the 4-drop Awaken, and then play the 1-drop to look at any other cards after that. But now it went to his turn. He took the life from my swing. He's going to take a life for his. He took the unison marker for my swing and then took a life for his. And now he's swinging to my unison. He's gonna go ahead and play the 1-drop that draws 1, and it has the union effect. I think here is where I play the 3-drop. It still has 2 markers. Babidi is a 1-cost boy, or 1,000 boy. So swinging into the 18 would be kind of neg because you have to combo out. You can go ahead and swing here with the Majin token, so that's always there. That's always something. I think one of the things that kind of lacks in the Majin Buu deck, outside of the 5-drop, of course, and a couple other green cards, is that it lacks barrier and as well as deflect removal, or protection, I should say. Losing unison here is pretty important not to lose. So for those in the future, definitely go ahead and keep swinging at the unison. It's pretty important to get rid of it, especially in these type of decks like GT Goku or Majin Buu, where there's a lot of spirit boost effects, and it's pretty important to keep those alive. And looking at the top 3 again, the Tyrannical Blow is nice because the 1-drops will prevent the unison or the union effects. I'm gonna go ahead and use a Trip to Hell, draw the 2 cards that I wanted, of course, and then put the one that I already have on in my hand. So that way it's effectively seeing 2 cards and then playing out the card that I wanted, which is the 4-drop 1-cost 20k double striker. And for 1, and that's really good, honestly. Went ahead and awakened. So basically draw 1, untap 1, and then taking the 3 life for that. So it's really plus there. Really awesome for that alternate awakening turn 2. And now I have a 20k double striker. I got good old swing on the 18, and then now I can aggress a couple a little bit more from here. But I think I swing into leader here, and then I swing or trying to get him down 5 to 3 with the Goku. Yeah. So we still have a live unison, which is nice. We can probably swing into the good old, my man did not want me to shuffle first. That's probably a better target, honestly, but I'm probably gonna get rid of the, the unison here by swinging into it instead of swinging into leader. I think swinging into leader is okay too, but being tapped out, and they're gonna awaken next turn anyway, you know, that type of thing. And he chooses to combo out, so going all the way up to 25 just to combo out of that. And I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of his unison. I don't really need a blocker. I'm not really too afraid with my not only hand size, but just the fact that, you know, I'm at 5 life. If he can do 5 life in one turn, then more power to him. That's for sure. My hand's looking okay. It could be a little bit better. I wish I had a little bit more targets in this deck. I probably went over it in the, or I'm probably going to go over it in the deck profile as far as the updated changes. And most likely just getting a couple more targets so that way you have more things throughout the turn. But Basil for the 1-drop, or being a 1-drop and having open energy for Tyrannical Blow or anything else, it might be just as good just to use energy for that. But he went ahead and created, technically, place it onto the leader for his super combo. And then I have another Vegeta. Rob, this is just, he literally made the deck not too, you know, he just wanted to test it out. He didn't play it too much. So one of the things to know as far as the Majin Buu player, especially for this matchup, is to always have a unison live and start taking my 4-drops from me. That's why I wanted to attack with them no matter what, especially even the blocker. Like they can take the blocker and not care about that at all. But now he's going to go ahead and place the 4-drop, the other 4-drop in the drop, I believe, play a Majin token, and then tuck under a card afterwards. So he's going to take one of my double strikers, which is smart. This is kind of what you want to do. And I think he missed the step where you have to place your green cards into the drop. God damn it, Rob. That's okay. We're gonna go ahead and he swung 2020 into the 4-drop. And then now he's gonna go ahead and tap 1 for a Babidi. I think he's gonna go ahead and use the Spirit Boost effect. And most likely gonna use the 1 for his leader too. If he doesn't, then that is something to know for the future. 15 to 14, no reason to neg a card there. And 1 more for my unison. Yeah, definitely want to use the Spirit Boost effect, but I think he probably didn't want to use it just so he can keep charismatic live. Okay, so a couple good cards here. Probably switch them over. Be okay from there. Conceal them. Not too bad, not too bad. It's not working, which is great. It doesn't matter because I'm going to draw into him anyway, so that's fine. I'm going to swing 20 into the 20k Mr. Buu there. And now I get to see 1 additional card. Afterwards, or I can just use the Spirit Boost effect from the leader into by unison. One thing I did forget here is that if I do use the Spirit Boost effect, you can tap something down. I don't remember if I did that or not, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. I probably should have not done this. There you go. Okay. But I wanted to make sure that I had the taps effect. So I'm going to go ahead and see 2 more cards here, and then top deck an additional one here. But I think the easier way, instead of just getting a blocker, is just to, well, this works too, just wiping this board. But I just needed 1 more card. That's what I remember. Okay, I just needed 1 more card as far as the trip to hell to make it 6 and then wipe his board. And he's going to take a life for this one, which is crazy. Going a little wild, a little wacky. I have 2 blockers. Probably go ahead and swing to leader here. Yep, just 25 to his 15. He's gonna use a super combo and is dwindling down just a little bit here and comboing out. I can probably just swing unison into unison. That'd be good. Get rid of his unison and maybe even swing with the blocker. Yep. So now I have a super combo. I have my Vegeta live, unless he uses a couple more attacks, like putting out additional unison that isn't Bobbity, which I personally agree with. I really like the Vegito unison, which I've been playing a lot of Buu lately, so most likely we'll be coming out with that next, outside of Renjiren first, and then Majin Buu, and then the rest, like Kiku. I really like the Xeno Kiku, but he gets the top 5, gets a 5-drop. He doesn't have any cards underneath. He doesn't have a unison to use either to put cards underneath, which is, you know, two of the main things for that deck. It's just, you have to have those 2 things in order to do things for your turn. Just going to swing to leader. I think unison's probably a little bit better, or maybe something else, because now I'm at 4. My super combos are alive, so in there. I think you're gonna keep the 3 up. 2 of them for the Buu Topo or Buu Topo, Buto, dude. But I don't know, dude. We're just gonna keep it as is. Look at the top 3. Eye the Nimbus. Don't really need to conceal, honestly, because, you know, we're gonna see the cards anyway. But that's all right. Look at those effects. Someone just put in an effect for that. Or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and Buu Topo here. I'm gonna Tyrannical Blow it. That's why I really like that card. There's a lot of like 3 costs or less, especially Topo and Buu, coming into this next format that are pretty important. But we're quickly realizing that it doesn't work with this Buu. So never mind. I'm just gonna have to eat that one. All right, so now I think the best way to do this is probably just to tap out, which is probably not the best way, honestly. And I'm going to tap down this boy. I probably could have Spirit boosted the, kind of get max value, just Spirit boost with the leader. And then just kind of go from there. Tap it down and then tap down the good old boy afterwards. This is kind of big on the fact that he already seen like 3 shocking death balls, and hoping that he can't do anything afterwards. But I just combo on my hand, and he can't use any super combos. He can use the 0-10s for it, but you can't draw off them. So I ditched my only card there after he taps out, and then he combos out whatever he has, and I think that is GG. So you kind of get the gist of what the deck wants to do. I don't think this is like the optimal play either, because both of us are pretty new to the decks. I've been playing LGT Goku for a good, you know, couple weeks at this point. Overall is pretty good. I think consistently it does what it wants to do over and over again for pretty much every game that I played. And the draw 2 for the leader helps, the unison helps for that, and then just all the yellow utility is really good. Blue yellow again, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but it is still an option in order to extend your plays for Senzu Bean, and as well as defensively, just getting out the 4-drop apes and things like that. But hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay. Hopefully we get some more gameplay and you know, play it a little bit more and make sure we make no mistakes. I think we really made a couple mistakes there, maybe one. I think the biggest mistake was just that Majin Buu, and that's pretty much it. But the Hail Mary works for my favorite card out of the yellows set, or the yellows of the set. But other than that, subscribe if you're new, like, dislike, all the other stuff. I'll see you in the next one.